Hey, what's happening guys? It's Mark back in the workshop on Mark's Aquatics. On this little video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through a few little points with you. It's not going to be a long video, but I thought I'd go through a few little points on conditioning your fish, because I know I keep going on about conditioning the fish, making sure they're ready to breed, and some of you guys might not be completely sure what I mean by conditioning. Now, by conditioning your fish, you've got to start putting in this live food. Now, what I tend to do is feed them a lot of bloodworm, which I've got up here. I'll just fill up my little turkey baster full, and as soon as they see this little turkey baster, they know it's food time. And I'm just going to start dripping those little guys in, and as you see, they're going to start coming up and grabbing hold of those in no time at all. Now, by feeding live food, basically what you're doing is you're creating a bounty of food. Now, in the summer seasons when fish breed naturally, you get a lot of mosquitoes, you get a lot of insect larvae and different things hatching in the wild. Now, what that does is it sends the little fish into a little frenzy, and they all start thinking, well, there's tons of food in the water, so what we're going to do is we're going to breed now, because we know that our little babies are going to have lots and lots of things to eat when they hatch. Now, I've got lots of different species in this tank. You'll see those going down. Now, I drip a few in for the surface feeders, as you just saw there, carefully, and now you can see the majority are going to go down, where the bigger tetras hiding further down in amongst all the plants. They'll start picking them off on the base as well. Now, the species that I've got in here, which I hope to be breeding soon, I got some black skirt tetras the other day. I'll just get my tongs so my hands don't get in the way, but I got some black right there, and right there is a lovely pair. That's not a pair actually, that's two girls, but I got two girls and two boys the other day from down at my local fish store. And you can see them there munching away on those bloodworms. And also I picked up some nice diamond tetras as well, because I had a lovely female, I had a couple of females in here, and I lost the male, but I've just picked up an absolutely stunning male, and I'll show you that little guy in a while. But yes, that's what we've got to replicate, guys. We've got to replicate that bounty of food, and then what they do is they'll fill up with eggs. Now you can see I've had these widow tetras, these black skirt tetras down here, for about a week, and they were skinny when I first got them, and look how fat they are now. Absolutely huge, big fat round bellies, and they're filling up with eggs, as are the diamond tetras. And so really I could breed those. Tell you what, guys, you drop me a message in the comments below which ones you want me to see to breed, me to breed first. Okay, they've got the diamonds or the old black skirt tetras there. Okay, you drop that one in the comment section below, and I will I'll breed them as well. Now, I've got some beautiful harlequins in here as well, which I plan to breed, but I'm still trying to work out males and females. Now, another thing with conditioning fish, once they get to a certain stage and they're conditioning up lovely and they're full of eggs, what the males will do, they'll start to make a territory, and they'll start to, you'll notice if you've got a shoal of different fish, suddenly they'll split, and you'll find you'll have one over there with another one, and the rest of them will be over the other side of the tank. Now, this is what happens. The male will be setting up a little, say that plant there, he'll set up that's going to be his base camp there, okay, and that's where he's going to protect. If he's going to be an egg layer, say like the harlequins, which lay their eggs on leaves, and he wants to lay his eggs up there, he's going to protect this plant, okay, from all these other fish, even fish from his own kind, and he'll push them away. You can see, you can't actually see him, he's just out of frame there. But they'll protect that plant with all costs, and they'll keep a female, but they'll only let the females come in. So if you're unsure on how to sex your fish, just watch them, and they'll, you know, 100% of the time normally they'll let you know, because they'll only let a female come in to that area where they're protecting. Okay, so you can, and you'll find the rest of them will be the other side. Now, I've got a good example of that. If I slowly spin my camera down this long old bench tank of mine, there's that big diamond tetra. Look at that, he's even going very aggressive at the moment. He's even going for the tongs, and that's his girlfriend right there. Okay, now all the other diamond tetras are down this side, hiding in amongst these plants up here. You can see some more up there. Now he's not letting any of those get past the log. The log is the boundary. You can see how vicious he's getting, and he's protecting that, and that's his girlfriend down there. So I got these two which I can breed, okay, and also I got the black skirt tetras as well, which is awesome. What I'll do now is I'm just going to set you up again. I'm going to come further down and I'll show you that lovely male, okay? Right, there you go, guys. There's that beautiful big male. You can tell the males from diamond tetras and females quite simply when they're older. When they're younger, it's quite hard to sex them, but as they get older, if he'll keep still and not attack these tongues. Right, that's the male there, okay? Come and attack that, come on. Like a little piranha, isn't he? You can see that big dorsal fin. Look at that, big long dorsal fin he's got there. And his girlfriend, who's just zipped down below, she'll come out again in a minute. He's got a shorter dorsal fin. And basically when they get older, where you can just see her now down the bottom, but she'll come out again. Actually, there's two females down there. He's got two females in his little harem down the bottom here, which he's let in. Now, if you look over the other side as well, just coming out there, there's another black skirt tetra there, okay? Now, that's another male. Now, he's been thrown out from the other side. Now, down the other side there, where we just came from, we got one male and we've got two females of the black skirts down there. So they've completely split up, and that is how you will tell a lot of different sexes apart, because they'll tell you, like I just said before, they'll tell you what's going on, and they'll split it up if you've got a nice big heavily planted tank. But there you go, you can see that male there now right in front, and his girlfriend. You can see the male and the females. You can see he's a lot deeper in the body, big dorsal fin, big skirt fin as well at the bottom. He's just making sure that little black skirt tetra over there is in his territory, because they're similar, because they're long finned as well. You'll find fish with the similar long fins will pick on other fish like that, so you've got to be careful with that sometimes as well. Just keep your eye on them that they're not getting bullied too much and getting stressed out. And some of you guys will be glad to know as well, look what I've got. I've just bought 9 beautiful little Otocinclus affins, and they are lovely, munching away, cleaning up this tank. They're all over the leaves. They're a little bit young, but they're starting to fill up as well. You can see that little belly on that. Normally when you look at Otocinclus, they're very, very sunken in bodies if they haven't got enough film and biofilm and algae to feed on in a tank. But these little guys were very skinny when I got them, but there's a lot of biofilm in this tank. I've only got a couple of small plecos in here, and there's another little guy right in there as well. Another one hiding in there, but I'll say there's 9 in total. I picked a good range out, so we're definitely going to have a good couple of pairs in there, and hopefully we'll get those guys breeding as well, because I know you guys are itching for me to breed those. But these things do take time to come into condition, and but when they do, when they're ready, I'll breed them. Obviously I've got to watch out because of numbers and things. The amount of space I've got's limited. I've got about 5 tanks on the go with all the little fry-in. Some of you have been asking for updates on them, but to be honest, there's not much point at the moment, because they're all little tiny, they're only little sticks with eyes at the moment still, and you can't tell what's what, and they all look exactly the same. So I'll give you another, like I said, another few weeks, I'll give you an update on the babies, and we'll have a nice video on how they're getting on. Yes, I'm itching to breed these. Look at that, you can see that, look at that little bit of territory there. Now, that little guy over there that you just saw, that is a young male, and that is his female, and that, you see, look, he's rounding her up, he's making her come back, he's showing a bit of display. These are all little signs that I look for, you see, before I breed them. Now you see, if I go back over there now, look, he's starting to push everybody else away, letting his girlfriend come back in. A little bit of displaying around the leaves, and they're egg scatterers as well. So you can see he's gone over there now, and he's just displaying to that young male, saying, get out of here. Another way, guys, you can breed fish as well is by making a large spawning mop, putting it in the tank, watch your fish, Okay, if you've got your big aquarium in your house and you see regular spawning activity, by adding a spawning mop into the tank, okay, say just down in this little column here, this little area, sorry, they're all chasing my tongs around this morning. They're going to go over there, they're going to lay the eggs in there. Now once they've laid the eggs, obviously you've got to get that spawning mop out, so you've got to have another little tank ready. Okay, like I said before, egg scatter is very, very small fry. You don't need a filter. All you need to do is get a small tank like I've got, 2.5 gallon, 3 gallon tank, get the heater in there, get it up to temperature, or you don't even have to do that. What you could do is you could siphon the water straight from your main tank into that little tank, put the spawning mop in, and then basically just give this tank another little water change to top it back up again, okay? And then wait that designated time for whatever species is in there, and they'll hatch out, and then you can bring them on. But before you do all that, guys, don't forget you've got to do the old infusoria culture first, because otherwise you're going to lose all the fry, because you're not going to feed them when they're that small, okay? Anyway, these cardinals are looking absolutely stunning today. Look at those guys, absolutely popping they are. I do love cardinals. Cardinals and neons. It's one of the first fish I ever kept when I was young, when I first got into the hobby. And I've always had a soft spot for them ever since. As well, if you look in there as well, we've got some Ember Tetras, which I'm bringing on now. There's a female right there. Big rounded belly. And the lovely thing about Ember Tetras is they're near enough transparent. I'll mesmerise you with my tongs. Look at that. And you can see that female there just went for the tongs. They know the tongs for food, you see. But you can see that transparent belly, and you can near enough see the eggs in there. That bigger body cavity, which you can tell the females. And if you look down in amongst the plants there, you can see a little male. So we've got some of those guys we're going to be bringing on as well. Mr. Otto there, flat out cleaning the glass. Good on you, mate. That's what we want. Nice polished glass, please. It will save me getting in there and scaring everyone with the old algae scraper. And you'll find, guys, as well, just swapping the subject around, swapping things around, if you've got a nice heavily planted tank like that, you'll probably find, you guys that have been in the hobby for a while, that you hardly ever get any algae on the glass at all. Now, I rarely clean this tank. And it's not because there's a lot of cleaners in here, it's because it's such a well-balanced system now. Algae doesn't grow. The plant's taking all the nutrients out of the water, and there's nothing spare for that algae to get a foothold and start growing. As you can see, there's nothing on the plants, there's nothing on the log, just the plants in there, and we've got a nice balanced system, and that's what you want. And when you've got a nice balanced system and you're feeding lovely bloodworms, mosquito larvae, all this great stuff into your tank, you'll see your fish swell up, pair off, and that's the time when you can take them out and start breeding. Anyway, guys, I think I've rabbited on far too long, and I think we'll leave it on that video for today. Anyway, guys, always your all stars. Any questions, throw it in the comment section below. The old subs are shooting up now, lovely. Thank you for all you guys that have joined on recently. Really do appreciate that. We're nearly up to that 18,000 subscriber mark when I'm going to do that giveaway. If you're unfamiliar with that giveaway, go back and have a look. It's the 18,000 subscriber giveaway from Zenzeel. We got loads of good stuff there to give away to a lot of you guys. We'll do random draws, and there should be quite a few winners out of that little batch. So good luck to you all when we hit 18k. Anyway, guys, as always, your stars. Love you loads. Take care, and I'll see you on the next episode of Marks Aquatics. Bye for now.
Just me and my guitar.